So before we proceed, there are certain features that are common in the characteristics of what? Of living things to both plants and animal. But these features are either limited in plants or in animal, or they are unlimited in plants or an animal. Let me explain what I'm trying to say. Features. Right? Okay. Plants, animal, right? Now let's take these features. One, movement. You could remember that we have talked about the characteristics of what? Of living things, and one of the major characteristics of living things is movement. But in plants and animal, their movement is of what? Is of difference. Plants do not move. Plants do not move with the whole body because they are fixed within the roots. Plants do not move the whole body, even though they are moved, but because they are fixed in a certain position, it is difficult to say that what a plant move with the movement as a movement in which is the what characteristics of living things. But the plants are limited. Their movement is very, very limited. Even it is very, very rare. But the animal, they move the whole body. Animals move with the whole body. Yes, animal moved with the whole body. A goat can move from one houses to another houses. A human being moving from one houses to another houses, moving from one office to another office, because they are higher animal, or even if they are lower animal, their movement is not limited. That's the reason why they are what? Limited movement. 2. Unlimited movement. They have unlimited movement. Yes, they have unlimited movement. Because what? Because plants is being fixed with the roots. But animal, they are not fixed. Their movement is what? All around. Secondly, growth. Now, the reverse of what actually happen in plants. Now, what actually happen in animal now occurs in plants. What? Plants has unlimited growth. Why animals are limited growth. Imagine a human being cannot grow more than 6 feet, but plants, as long as height 10 feet, 15 feet. Imagine the cocoa plant, the tropical cocoa, the groundnut, and the rest plants. They have unlimited growth. They can grow as big as 3 building stories. But animals, they are very limited in their growth. The third one, irritability. Yes, irritability. What do we call it? Irritability? We say irritability is what? The ability to respond to stimuli. Yes, but plants respond to stimuli. Plants respond to stimuli. But the response is slow, very slow. The response is slow. But animal response is fast. For example, let's set an example of this. When you place probably you have a pot at the edge of your window, and at that point there is a reflection from outside the window. That plant will respond to what? To that stimuli of light. But that response is no immediate response. Even you that you are nurturing that plant might find it difficult to know when the plant actually responds to the stimuli. But for a human being, for any animal, either goat or human being, the response is as quick as that. Imagine I pinch you now. I pinch you. Now you say, why do you pinch me? That's the response. That's the response. Why? Because your response is immediately. The sense organ responds and transfer the what? The response to the what? To the brain. The brain reacts back to the response and asks you to say, why did you pinch me? That's the response of an animal. It is immediate and fast. But the response of what? The response of plant is not immediate and it's still slow. Very, very slow. It might take 2-3 weeks before you could see that a plant bend to a particular sunlight. Why? Because it is not actually what is occur immediately. It takes time. But the animal is very fast and immediate. The next one we're talking about is what? Nutrition. In nutrition, they are different because plants, they produce their food through photosynthesis. Through photosynthesis. What's the meaning of this? The meaning of photosynthesis is what? Ability of a plant to use sunlight and water to produce what? Their own food. But here in animal, they are what? Heterotrophic. Why this one is what? Autotrophic. The meaning of autotrophic is what? Is the ability of a plant to produce their own food. Why now heterotrophic? Why? They do not produce their own food. They depends on plants. Now, no one in a human being that no depend on plants. Be I a human being or lower animal. Be I animal or lower animal. You have to depend on plants. We have to depend on plants. Now it depends because we have something called food pyramid. I'll discuss that later in our subsequent video. I'll discuss that food pyramid. They are basically for the heterotrophic. Why? From the diagram, you understand what you mean by the word heterotrophic. But note that what the heterotrophic is for the what? Is for the animal. That is, we depend on plants. We do not produce our own food by ourselves. No human being has ever said that I'm the one that produces my food by myself. It is not possible. It's either you eat from beans, from rice, from maize, from cocoa, anything. You have to depend on plants. So, but this depends. This heterotrophic rather, is still of different. Some are depend on plant directly, some are depend on other animals, some are they don't depend on that's this why we have this food pyramid. I will discuss this later in subsequent video. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this particular channel. Thank you.